my lips as a means to an end. To the one find victories, bleeding and the dead. Really loud, just have a suit today. Tell me why I ain't found no answer, but I haven't given up just yet. Tell me why.
Live here at Earl's Hideaway with blues great SELWYN Birchwood. Thank you for taking the time for a quick interview.
Absolutely.
First question, SELWYN, how long you been a professional musician touring?
Well, I've been kind of off and on. I started when I was 19. I started touring with the Sunny Roads band while I was still in school, so it was kind of off and on when I was on break time in the winter time and then in the summer. And then it took, once I got back, I did that with him for about 4 years. And then once I got back, I, you know, kind of had to hold some jobs off and on. And it wasn't until about 2.5 years ago where I was finally, I was battling between my work and my plan. And it was just so close because I had so many shows that I had to do and trying to request time off and everything, so I just finally took the leap. And I was like, well, maybe I can do this, and kind of took it and was having to really just live just freaking garbage poor for
like a musician.
For a year, and then it was able to pick up a little bit after that. Then after we won the IBC in 2013, it started picking up a little bit more, and then we got signed to Alligator this year, and it's just kind of seemed to keep building a little bit. So you know, we're happy about it and just trying to keep it moving.
There you go. Who's your favorite band to tour with?
To tour with? My band.
Of course, but besides your band.
Well, I mean, we don't tour with any bands really. We see a lot of bands on the festivals and stuff, and it's weird because some, you know, you see a lot of the same names sometimes. So it's cool when you get on a festival and stuff and you see a bunch of friends and whatnot. And but yeah, I don't really have a favorite any. I got a lot of bands I like listening to, and friends of mine. I like the Lee Boys a lot. Sacred Steel Band. Most of them live in Florida as well. They're killer. Some other buddies of mine in Florida, Joey Gilmore and Damon Fowler and JP Soares, and I see Victor Wainwright on the road quite frequently and stuff as well. And you know, it's just kind of cool to have so many friends that are kind of doing the same thing that you're doing, and you know, it's like a reunion when you get out on the road and get to see some familiar faces.
Big family.
Yeah,
big family. What's your favorite venue to play in, and why?
What? I mean, it's weird because I've got a favorite venue back home. The Alley Blues Bar in Sanford, Florida, is, I don't like to say favorite, but I got my start over there. So it's very special playing there because I started over there when they wouldn't even hire me because I couldn't play good enough for them to give me the gig over there. And you know, it's like I didn't really take it personal. I just went back to my house and tried to practice some more and wait another 6 months and try again, and if they didn't like it, go back and practice some more. And so I kind of got started there and finally got some gigs over there, and you know, we still play there, and we've got people that have been watching me play over there for like 10 years now and stuff, so it's very special when we play over there, just because it's the only place. I'm from Orlando, and that's the only blues place in the vicinity over there, so it's very, very nice. I used to be over there 3-4 times a week when I was living in Orlando.
Cool.
Either playing or watching other bands play and stuff, and you know, that's probably I wouldn't say favorite because we love going to play everywhere. Man.
Most special.
Yeah, but
there
I would say most special probably feeling, yeah.
Very good. Living or dead, if you could jam with any one artist that you've never played with, who would it be?
Probably Buddy Guy.
There you go.
I would love to hear Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters, just because I don't think that what I've read about them does them any justice, because what I've read about them and at least what I've seen on video compared to what I've read about them and how they performed in the old juke joints and stuff, I think it's one of those things you just had to be there or you don't really get it.
I agree with you.
So that probably to see perform though. Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf, Albert Collins too. I mean, there's a ton. I wanted to see everybody.
Yeah.
But
you'd like to jam with Buddy Guy.
But yeah, jam with Buddy Guy, because he was really when I saw him play when I was 17. That's really what turned me on to kind of the path that I wanted to go on, playing blues music. It's just seeing him play. I just never witnessed anything like that before, and I didn't know anything about him when I saw him. I just bought a ticket and went, and then I was just completely floored. I woke up 3 days later and was just like, damn, you know.
That's awesome.
What was that? So I knew that day, I said, whatever that is, I don't know what it is, but whatever that is, that's what I want to do.
Well, one day, you and a lot of the people you mentioned that you like running into on the road, you're going to be the future of the blues. When the old timers are all gone, you guys are going to be what's carrying on the torch.
Just love playing music, man.
That's it.
As long as we've got a show, as long as I've got a guitar and an ear that somebody wants to listen to it, then you got someone that wants to play for you, man.
There you go.
That's it.
If your entire music collection got wiped out, what album would you replace first?
Oh, man. I don't know, man. What really keeps popping into my, because I listen to all kind of music. It's not even a genre type of thing, but I do listen to a lot of Muddy Waters. I always love going back and listening to his stuff. I just love the feeling and the emotion in it. But I mean, there's too many albums to replace.
But probably a Muddy Waters.
Probably Muddy Waters.
All right.
Yeah.
Hardest question and the last question. What question would you like to answer that nobody ever asked you?
None. I can't stand talking about myself. That's why this is always uncomfortable. It's always difficult just answering any question. There's nothing that I really would want to answer or anything. I don't know. That's just something I don't think I'd get used to. It's weird talking about myself, man.
Doesn't have to be about you. It could be about the band.
Well, a lot of people sometimes ask what the blues scene is like in Florida, and it's hard to tell somebody that hasn't been here that it's actually really flourishing and a really good scene down here, and a lot of good musicians down in Florida. You know, that's my home state, and I have to claim it regardless, but you know, touring bands come down here and they'll stay in Florida for 2 weeks straight and play, you know, hardly have an off night and not play the same place twice. And we've got a ton of blues festivals over here, and a lot of great musicians coming out of here, and you know, that's something that I think is still kind of undercover at the moment, but it seems to keep on building, and it seems every year there's a new festival, big festival popping up. Blues Music Magazine moved down to Florida in Bradenton last year or the year before, and that's one thing that a lot of people, when I'm on the road and they ask about Florida, they don't understand, and especially when I say I'm from Orlando, all they think about is Mickey Mouse or something. I'm like, no man, there's a lot of stuff going on down here, and plus, you know, we pretty much live in paradise. I don't know if you could pan over to what we're looking at here, but I mean, we live in freaking paradise, man.
Yeah, and it's like this in the winter too.
Yeah. So that's
so the question would be then that you like to answer is, what is the Florida music scene like? The blues scene in Florida.
For sure.
Yeah, very good. One other question too that I don't usually ask, but the black guitar you played kind of caught my interest. Is that real old?
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a silver tone.
And how old is it?
That one's a 1964, I think.
So it would be 50 years old.
Yep, I guess so.
Older than you. Probably about your daddy's age, right? Speaking of your daddy, what does your daddy listen to?
He listens. Well, my dad's from Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago, so I grew up listening from him more calypso and reggae and stuff, but he also liked a lot of oldies, or well, I guess they're still called oldies, like Elvis and Four Tops and that kind of stuff, and yeah, probably that kind of stuff when I was little, as I remember hearing that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for taking the time for the interview. Yeah. It's great seeing you again.
Right.
I really enjoy your music, and my wife hasn't got to see you as much as I have, and she's really enjoying it. She's yeah, she's having a real good time. Well, thank you again, and we'll send you a link when it's